Yo, how are you doing? How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling depressed? If you are, we are about to talk about it. So I hope that I'm not sure what I'm hoping for. I'm excited to jump into this. So I'm just trying to hold myself back from just diving right into it. We have a few questions. We have a reference that we're going to share about, is depression real or nah? It's just cap. What do you think? Now, before we do jump into it, of course, during these live streams, we're going to take about 3 to 5 minutes to allow time for people to join, say hi, share how you're doing, how your day's going, and or maybe it's the morning time or evening or night. I'm not sure what time it is where you're at. Right now it's 11 a.m. here, so I'm just curious about how you're doing right now before we jump into this topic. Hey, what's up, Kay? Am I the only one here? Well, we're here together, and if you were the only one here, I still appreciate you being here, by the way. So what's up, Kay? And chillin', how you doing? I hope that I appreciate you catching this live, because I was a little bit late with this one, but I do appreciate you catching this live stream and taking the time out of your day to contribute to this. We're talking about depression. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about anxiety. So today the focus is depression. Is depression real? We can't jump in yet. What's up, Marizapon? Yo, hey, yo. Man, y'all, I'm so amped to jump into this topic, man. How is your Tuesday? How is your Wednesday going? Has it been going well so far? Are you enjoying it? How are you doing in this moment? Personally, for myself, I feel like a 6, which is better than yesterday, which I was feeling like a 5 to 6.5. But today I feel like a solid 6. I'm tired, and I know that I'm allowing my body to rest more often when it needs to. So it's okay to give yourself permission to rest. Sometimes I need to, and I find it helpful. Chillin says, doing good. How are you today, Emmanuel? Feeling good? Hey, yeah, you heard how I'm feeling, and I'm glad you're feeling good, chillin'. That's what's up. Anaya! Okay. All right. What's up, Anaya? Anaya says, depression is real because it leaves us in a deep, dark place, which leads us to suicidal thoughts. All right, Anaya. I have a smile and it's not a smirk. It's a smile and a maybe it's a smirk. But yeah, this is gonna be a conversation, y'all, because it is a dark place when you're feeling depressed, especially for a prolonged amount of time. It can feel like a dark place, uncomfortable. So yeah, but I'm right now. I'm happy that you all can hear me, that you all are here, and yeah, we can't jump into it yet, man. It's gonna be pretty heavy, man. It's gonna be a pretty heavy topic. So let's give it some time first. Okay. Marizapon is a 7.5. Yo. Answer strong. Hey, what's up, Kevin? What's up? Welcome. Welcome back. I know you were a part of yesterday, and you really did share a lot of helpful insights. These live streams, I really want you to share what's on your mind. I really want you to know that I care about what you have to say, and if somebody else is putting down what you're saying, I'm going to point it out. That's not gonna be welcome here. All right, it's just not gonna be welcome here. That's all. You're welcome to say anything you like, but don't put down others for sharing their opinion about something like depression. Everybody has a different opinion. Sometimes they overlap and sometimes they won't. and that is okay. Choo, Kevin. Hey, hey, Chillin said they're feeling a 7, man. A 7? Hey, you fought for it. You fought for it. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, all right. You fought for it. Okay. Is depression real? Is depression real? Is anybody feeling? No, I can't jump into it yet. No, I can't jump into it yet. Nope. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Okay, you said something? Hold on. You gotta ignore it. I don't ignore people here. I may have missed your comment, but I don't ignore people. Let me see what you said. I comfort ate today. So comfort ate. Does that mean like stress eating? Is that similar? Comfort ate. Okay, yeah. If I wonder how you feel about how do you feel about comfort eating? Okay. How does comfort eating make you feel? And what is comfort eating? I'm not quite sure. All right, it's time. Hey, Kevin says, yesterday you made me feel at ease with my mind, and it made my day. Keep rocking you, man. Like, just keep on, man. Keep on staying strong for you. All right. All right. Kay says it comes from loneliness. All right. Comfort eating stems from loneliness. I appreciate you sharing it. You're aware of what you did. Because hey, here on Depression Talks, we're about to get into it. My name is Emmanuel with an I. This is Depression Talks, and more so than ever, it's mental health uncensored. I've always kept it 100 with y'all. I'm not gonna stop. It's all love. Though I had to be 100 with what I believe, how I feel, and what I think. I gotta be. I always am. So, Kay, when you talk about it stems from loneliness, my reaction, it is great that you know the term comfort eating, you know what it is, so you're aware of, so you can become even more aware of things that might trigger, that might press you, push you to comfort eat more than other situations. Maybe it's the environment, maybe it's something he says, loneliness. So being aware of what you're going through and what you're experiencing is such a big first step to knowing how to tackle it. And I'm glad that you're aware of it. So keep on taking action to tackle it the best you can. Okay. Is depression real? Let's start here. According to the DSM, of course I didn't have it. I had it all pulled up. Of course I had it all pulled up. Okay. So according to the DSM, if you don't know what the DSM is, the DSM is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. It's what clinicians, psychologists, and therapists use as the foundation to diagnose clients with their mental health conditions, okay? As amongst other things, I do not want to misrepresent, but I have worked for addiction recovery centers or treatment centers, and my understanding is that the DSM is the criteria that a lot of people in mental health industry use. So depression, according to the DSM-5, says It's a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. The American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, classifies the depressive disorders into disruptive mood regulation disorder. All that to say, according to the science, yes, depression is a mental health condition. It's a real condition. According to DSM, all right? If you don't believe in the DSM, if you don't think it's a good enough criteria for another human to use to diagnose, that is your own prerogative. Like, I'm not here to discredit anybody's opinion on their perspective of depression. I just want to make sure you know that science does classify depression as a clinical disorder. Before I share this other popular, known, I guess, in the media person, how would you define depression? What definition would you use for depression? Kevin says, depression is real because we can feel in a dark place. Maybe it's a chemical imbalance in the brain, or you're going through real tough times and you don't feel like you can cope. And you can't get out of a rut. Okay, let me read. Okay, so depression is real because we can feel in a dark place. Maybe it's a chemical imbalance in the brain, or you're going through real tough times and you don't feel like you can cope, and you can't get out of a rut. Then it could be depression. The DSM does have criteria or like standards, conditions that you have to meet in order to be diagnosed for depression, and that's what a professional would do. There are symptoms and things like that, but a question that later will be like along the lines of people's personal individual experiences with depression. But right now, Kevin, it seems like you would define depression as feeling like you're in a dark place, like you can't get out, there's no way out, and you can't even cope. Then you're feeling depressed. Like most likely somebody's gonna be feeling depressed right there. Tony Pink Music says, phew. Hey, Tony Pink. First of all, welcome, yo. Tony Pink Music says, phew. This conversation is much needed. I gotta start reading faster, y'all. This conversation is much needed. Having battled depression, anxiety, and ADHD my whole life, it knocks me out of commission often. Being 100. Marzipon says, depression to me is like being in a dark place all by yourself and no one's there to help you. The question was, what is your definition of depression? Like being in a dark place all by yourself and no one's... See, a dark place. Tony says, and trying to explain my symptoms to employers, spouses, friends, etc., sometimes it feels like I'm talking to a brick wall. Whew. It takes courage to share symptoms of your mental health with others. And it takes some self-awareness to know what symptoms you're experiencing. All right. Even outside of definitions, outside of depression, having friends and family that's willing to listen to you, to listen to you without, like, to listen to what you're going through, to be patient enough to hear you out, that's already rare. Like, that's you don't see. I haven't personally seen like a lot of people in my life that would say they can count up over two hands people they can trust with their life experiences, people they can trust with their mental health, people they can trust with their emotions, people they can trust with talking about what they're going through. Like, usually hopefully it's one or two people total, including family. Hopefully you got one or two people you feel you can call, text. You won't feel like your emotions will be stepped on. Because employers, yeah, usually though they're least likely to be accommodating for mental health. And then family and friends, just because they're family doesn't mean that they're going to be accommodating for your mental health. And friends, depends on who your friends are, doesn't mean they're going to be accommodating for mental health. It's not a common topic to talk about. So to what Tony said, man, like the struggle of opening up to someone else about your mental health, and then that person responding in a way that makes you feel worse, in a way not makes you feel worse, but they respond in a way where that leaves you feeling deterred. It kind of shuts you down, and like it makes you not want to talk about it, and that can be a dangerous place. You know what I mean? Like bottling things up. Kevin says it's a deep conversation, and maybe my answer was not the greatest. Your answer is your answer, yo. I appreciate you sharing your answer. What? Like you said, Emmanuel, it all depends on people's experiences. Amen. We're going to get chilling. I think depression is when you're stuck in the past and let mistakes or traumas dictate your future. Depression is when you accept you took an L but stuck around it. All you just said you took an L and you stuck around it. I like that. It's like the choice is yours to take action to feel better. Whoa, I like that. Chilling. That was cold. Don't mind me says, excuse me, hold on. Don't mind me. It's like being tied down. How, again, the definition, how would you define depression? Isn't it wild how everyone's depressed? We may be feeling depressed, but our feeling of depression won't be the same. So I like reading these definitions because all of you, each individual, we all have a different way we would define depression for ourselves and how we see it in the world. Don't mind me said, it's like being tied down and you don't have enough strength to break free. I don't have depression, but I felt depressed before. That is a perfect segue, to be honest. Don't mind me. Because you said, I don't have depression, but I've felt depressed before. Andrew Tate. I know, right? Boo. Not boo him, just who cares, I guess. But Andrew Tate, all right, his opinion, depression isn't real. Now, again, he was specifically more talking about clinical depression. The DSM would disagree with him, all right? But he does believe that feeling depressed is real. Did y'all catch that? For real. Andrew Tate, I mean, is depression real? Is it real? Andrew Tate says and believes depression isn't real. More specifically, he was saying that clinical depression isn't real, but feeling depressed is real. I'm trying to refrain myself from continuing. Cause I'm gonna go into that. Best believe I'm about to go into that. Chillin says, I don't like that. Okay, hold on. Sorry. All right. I don't like that clown to say the least. I'm on DT Nation, so I'm not going too much lop. But he got his own problems to worry about. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not so going to say too much. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. Well, so clinical depression and feeling depressed. There's overlap. Symptoms. Is the overlap. If my personal opinion is this, y'all. Okay. Clinical depression and feeling depressed can both be helped holistically. Okay? Holistically, you can treat, you can manage, you can improve your mental health. Clinically, there's the option of medication, okay, and clinical psychology, right? Cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, family therapy, group therapy, tons of different approaches. Eye desensitization movement, things like that. So I probably misquoted that one, but there's ways that you can get clinical psychology practices to improve your mental health and medication. That's usually a route of clinical diagnosis. Feeling depressed, feeling sad. It said depression. It said the definition according to DSM, right? Sad, loss of interest for a prolonged period of time. That can be managed, improved, and treated. Maybe not treated, but without medication. It can be managed without medication. It can be. Does that make? I'm not. Yeah. I'm going to have to say this again. There's like a problem that I'm seeing that Andrew Tate had shared, and his argument was that with clinical psychology, people are relying on medication instead of doing things that are in their control as well, like journaling, exercising, diets, breathing what we talked about a lot yesterday, breathing techniques, watching shows that make you laugh, listening to music, feeling fresh air, going for a walk in a park and in nature. If somebody is only doing medication, okay, they've been clinically diagnosed with depression, even though Andrew Tate doesn't believe that, they've been clinically diagnosed with depression, but they don't take any holistic action, that's where I halfway agree with Andrew Tate. Okay? I had to watch it again this morning. I was like, what does he mean by depression isn't real? Relying on only external things to feel better is always that's potentially toxic. you can still live your best life with depression. I didn't say that it was up to somebody else for you to live your best life with depression. Yeah. You can take steps today. You don't have to wait for medication to start feeling better. You don't have to wait to go to you don't have to wait to go to therapy to start feeling better. Don't have to. This is love coming out of this body right now. Being 100. Y'all, if you haven't seen my, what's up? It's Jessica, by the way. I did see you. Good afternoon to you. I'm glad you're part of this live stream. Okay, what's up? I've taken medication myself. I've taken medication. I've been in psych wards. You know what I'm saying? 3 times. So one time was not willingly. I'm not on medication now. I haven't been on medication for some years, to be honest. I'm not on medication. I am all in on holistic approaches to my health, especially after my experience and journey with my mental health and depression and anxiety. I ain't speaking out of my behind, y'all. You can do things to improve your mental health. It just definitely is a grind to take care of your mind. All right. Is depression real? According to some people who may agree to Andrew Tate, scientifically, clinical depression is real. So when Tony Pink brings up an example of struggling talking or having experiences of talking to family, friends, employers, and sharing their experience about his mental health with them, if they share a similar mentality, like, dude, you can just do anything yourself to feel better, and yeah, it's just all you gotta do is just feel better with this, and this, then that would be disappointing to probably hear. But it's kind of, a lot of people do share that thought about mental health. The majority of the population is not clinically diagnosed with depression. So the majority of the population most likely may not have an understanding of clinical diagnosis of depression like you and I have. So it's Tony, like, don't give up on talking about your it's not, my hope is that you don't give up on talking about your mental health to others and sharing it with others. People that are willing to listen will hear you out, and only you know this for yourself. If you're continuing to do your best by others with your mental health, then you know that you're doing your best. Man, you know that you're doing your best. Some people thrive on, some people hate self-sabotage, and then some people thrive on somebody that has self-doubt. All right? So I don't like that. That's why I want you to be able to empower yourself. Not just you, Tony. No offense, Tony. Chilling. It's Jessica. Don't mind me. Kevin. I want you to be strong for you. To be able to fill your own cup and know how. So if somebody doesn't agree with your opinion on your clinical diagnosis, it's still up to you to take care of it. Chillin says, I also take pills. Hey. I just hope that's working for you. Do you feel, hey, you know what I mean? That's all that matters. How are you feeling, you know? Fioni XX Designs. Man, I really like the name. But you put heartbreak. I'm not sure why you put the heartbreak emoji. If there is something that I said that you disagree with, please tell me. Disagree with me if you do. Please, critical thinking is necessary. Especially if you're feeling depressed. Okay. So we've already kind of touched on this. Some people shared it before. Is everyone's feeling of depression the same? Is everyone's feeling of depression the same? Is everyone's feeling of depression the same? Oh, I ain't gonna lie, man. Spiritual Talks, that is a cool name. What's up, Spiritual Talks? Hi, Emmanuel. I'm Emmanuel. What? You being serious with me right now, Emmanuel? Don't mess with me, bro. You'll be the first Emmanuel that I met with an A in my life, and it's quite a pleasure. By the way, my name is spelled like this, so that's why like our names are spelled so similar. Okay, all right. Emmanuel with an A? That's so cool. Okay. Usually it's spelled with an E. So an A. That's so cool. Okay. Chillin'. My question was, my fault, y'all. My question was, um, is everyone's feeling of depression the same? Okay. So Chillin says, no. Everyone is different, not the same. Excuse me. No. Everyone is different, not the same traumas, not the same personality. It's totally different. Marisapon agrees. We're in the weeds here, in the thick of it. Something that is so misunderstood. Depression, you know what I mean? Chillin believes that every individual's experience of depression is different. Okay. Make sure I'm giving space, you know what I mean? Spiritual Talk says, it's a great pleasure for me to contact with you. I've been following you since a while. We are a community, y'all. We are a community. So, DT Nation, I'm glad you're a part of DT Nation. Openly talking about depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem like we have been during this time together. Thank you. Thank you for supporting this. Yeah. Yo, so is everyone's feeling of depression the same? I agree with Chillin'. It's not the same. If we had 100 people, if all of us were in this room, of all of us, if you were able to jump across the screen and join me and sit next to me and like be in this room with me, and there's like all of us in this room, and we were all feeling depressed, everyone would describe their feeling of depression differently. But there would be overlaps, y'all, because it's depression. Do you hear what I'm saying? whether you're on a belief like Andrew Tate, okay, or you're on the belief of your own experience that you choose for yourself, depression still has similar overlapping symptoms, whether it's clinical or not. That's my point. That's why sometimes when it's called neurotypical and neurodivergent, okay? Like neurotypical, which people that would say they don't deal with depression, it's not that they never feel sad or down. I think these are human human things when people go through an experience that's uncomfortable, painful. I just don't know why neurotypical people typically think that it's easy then for everyone else who is not neurotypical to, I don't know, just feel better. It's like they discredit how you feel because they don't experience it. Nah. Walking outside helps somebody if they deal with depression or not. That's why I don't get when people really put down coping strategies. Like coping strategies could help anyone. So why do people, I don't know, man. People are so against depression that it makes me question if people are just lacking knowledge, lacking conversation. Like they just don't talk about mental health so much that they believe that depression is only this clinical thing that is an excuse. And it's not for everyone. Spiritual Talks, your devotion to help others is unbelievable. I admire you a lot. Man, this day I talk with you, I won't forget. That's a hug right there, bro. That's a hug right there. Sometimes I feel like I'm Hey, Chillin said it. Even if somebody's not typing, even if they're not typing, it doesn't mean you're not listening. And even if you're, and I appreciate that. I don't take that for granted. And even if you're not listening, you being here is important. Even if you weren't here, I'd still be rooting for your mental health being okay. I would. That does make me crazy though. In this world. Like in this world, a person normally shouldn't talk about or care about. Yesterday we talked about caring about strangers. We shouldn't care about strangers. We shouldn't care about people that can't benefit us. We shouldn't care about others. But at the end of the day, like we realized together yesterday, caring about others is only natural. Caring about others is actually a supportive thing. It's just to what extent we do that is important. So mental health, depression, anxiety, every day I want to make sure my mental health is okay. It takes daily work and effort. I care about it every day. So I want to talk about it. And if there's somebody else like yourself, somebody you know, that doesn't talk to anybody about this, that could drive that man, that could be lonely. That can be really isolating. Start to bottle things up. I don't want that. I'll go ahead and look crazy talking about this thing that's not important, even though I think that other people are experiencing it. I do have to get better at my delivery and articulation, my tone of voice, my production, so I can increase how well I talk about this and help more people. I had to. I won't stop. I just care about. I will not stop. Hey, my fault. Last thing. This is very long-winded. I know this is very long-winded. Somebody asked me like, what do you? I was doing a Lyft ride yesterday, and the passenger asked me like, what are you doing for work? Like, what are you doing for work? Is this what you mainly do? Like, give it Uber driving, Lyft riding? And I said, no, like, I am passionate about mental health, but all I want to do is just help other people. I really enjoy being a service to other people. I enjoy it. Providing a good service. I enjoy it. As long as I'm helping, but that's not a thing that this world usually. I love helping people. Like, that's not really a commodity, a monetizable thing. Empathy is not monetizable. I'm an empath. Okay? Make me money. That's all marketing is. Marketing, make me money. I don't care how much of an empath you are. Make me money. I'm like, that's just not how I roll. I care about your feelings. But in business, to say, you shouldn't, feelings and business shouldn't overlap. I just don't agree with that at all. And that was my struggle in corporate. All right. Okay, we out here. Spiritual. Kevin says, I agree. Now this is most likely not things I just mentioned. It was something I just said a moment ago. Chillin says, yes, you remember. Don't forget it, bruh. Hey, man. All right, Kevin says, he's awesome. It will help many, many people. Oh, Kevin, gracias para diciendo esto. Para diciendo esto. O para diciendo eso. Estar. Para diciendo estar. Saying that. ¿Hablas español? Kevin, sí. Yo comprendo que ayer hablas español, pero estoy curioso. ¿Hay otras personas aquí quien hablan español también? I'm not happy as much as I want to be. So you want to be happier. In what way? Like what? I'm curious. It's Jessica. Yo, if some things are better with talking, like it's hard sometimes to try to understand, but I will understand. I will work to understand you. You can call. You don't gotta put your own information out there like that. But if you are willing to share what you're experiencing, you have questions that you'd like to ask me directly, you can call me right now, 317-315-3705. We can talk right now on this live stream and have a conversation. And our conversation could help someone else in their situation or in their life in ways that you and I don't even see. You know what I mean? So again, 317-315-3705. If you are outside of the US, there is a link to the DT Nation Discord server in the description. So that way we can still talk, but we don't have to, you don't have to pay for international calling. That can be expensive. So that is in the description. My ex I miss terribly doing with other things. My ex, it's Jessica says, my ex is miss terribly along with other things. You miss your ex terribly. Man. Depression can come after a breakup. Depression can hit like a wall after a breakup, bro, like a brick wall. It can linger for a long time. Hey, the only thing in life that I've seen to be helpful after a breakup and depression comes is to focus on yourself. I didn't hate that answer when I was younger. I'm still young, all right? I'm in my early 30s. I made a video, 2 videos on depression talks on this channel, how to get over your ex or how to get over a breakup, how to deal with depression after a breakup. I've been broken up with, and I've broken up with others before. I've been in situations that weren't healthy. It was toxic. So the only thing I saw is after, like, especially if after my ex, after my ex, they had broke up with me, didn't have a job, and my mental health, right? It felt good a year later when they didn't contact me back. I didn't contact them, but they didn't reach out to me. They didn't ask how I'm doing. They didn't see how I'm doing. And in that time, I worked on myself. I am not saying I didn't miss them. I didn't think about them. I didn't dream about them. I just know that after a year went by, I was able to look back and say, my ex, even if if I still miss my ex next year, I better be feeling better about me. About me. I'm somebody too. Okay? You are somebody. You're still breathing. Okay? So yeah, man. Mentally, that passionately fight to continue to improve yourself, continue to become more self-aware of your mental health while you're feeling down. Is something else you're doing during your day contributing and adding on to you feeling down? You're thinking about your ex. Well, did you go for a walk? Did you journal? Did you listen to music about that is about breakups? Did you watch shows that is about romanticism and it's reminding you of your ex? It takes deliberate action to really work on trying to feel better after a breakup, because it's not easy for both people, whether you're breaking up with somebody else or, well, I can't say that. I can't say for both parties, but usually breakups are not easy for both parties. That's what I'll say. Kevin says, yo, si hablo español. Hey, muy bien. He is going through something as well. Me and mine are good as we go back as friends, colleagues from 2016, but relationship lasted almost 2 years. Like, I'm sorry to hear that. It's Jessica. I'm rooting for you getting through this moment, man. Today, getting through another day. You got to here. That means you already made it through some stuff. All right. Depression. Yeah, depression is real. I believe depression is real. I also believe that depression doesn't care about your opinion. Depression doesn't care about your race, your religion, how much money you got in the bank. It can creep up at any time. Tomorrow is not promised. So what we do today, it does matter, y'all. It does. How are you taking care of your depression? What are some ways, some things that you do that help you push through moments you're feeling depressed? 1 or 2 activities. I will most likely ask this question either a lot in the near future, like repeatedly, or forever, until my last breath. I'm going to keep asking, what helps you feel better? What do you do that helps you feel better when you're feeling depressed? I'm going to be asking that question, I think, forever. What you do to feel better when you feel depressed might look different than when you're 15. It might look different when you hit 40. It just might. If you're 25, it might hit different. Spiritual Talk says, I have suffered depression since 11 years. Now I'm 20, but I realized and I be okay. I realized and concerned about. Now I see. Spiritual Talk says, I have suffered depression since 11 years. Now I'm 20, but I realized and concerned about my depression with 14 years old. I'm still suffering, but now I'm more aware. That's winning. That's winning. That's 100 right there. Hey, I'm still suffering, but now I'm more aware. Depression does not have to be a death sentence. You can still live your best life with depression. What does that mean? What does your best life look like for yourself? Did you smile today once? Did you? For yourself? Is there something that's going to bring you joy today? Something you're doing, looking forward to doing, already did, that brought you joy? That to me contributes to like best life. If you're feeling down right now, it's Jessica, you say like you're feeling down. Man, did you do like a task that was so challenging, but like you actually got it done? Take a shower, cleaned up a little spot, got homework done, went to work, was still productive even though you felt depressed. You are winning battles by becoming more. You say you're still suffering, but you're becoming more aware. That's winning. That's winning. Hey, it is a grind to take care of your mind, man. I'm at home. It's Jessica says, I'm at home today. Part of me wants to order ice cream. Oh man, sorry, ice cream. Ice cream sounds yummy. Ice cream and treats to tune into later, Netflix later. Part of me wants to order a small bottle of wine. Yes. When I say what ways do you cope, always think about what healthy ways do you cope. Everything in moderation. You know what that looks like for yourself. You don't know me like that, and I don't know you like that, right? So you know what moderation looks like for yourself. It's all love, mental health uncensored. I can't hold back. All right. There's things there's substances like there's things that I do. I do things, but I don't drink. That's one thing I don't do. I can drink in an occasion, but as you all know, I did a no alcohol challenge many years ago on this channel, and alcohol is just a substance that I cannot have in my place. Like I know myself, I cannot control myself almost when if I buy alcohol and it's in my place, I'm going to drink it all. Like I'm going to drink it, and that's not the best for me. Now I've gotten better, obviously not gotten better, but I don't buy alcohol. I actually can throw it away. So yeah, but all that took hard work. And man, y'all, it takes hard work. Living with depression, it takes hard work, man. All right. I had not asked this question. Actually, I did ask this question. I was going to ask you how y'all are doing on a numerical scale, but there's no way that the conversation that we're having now, people don't understand on a larger scale, right? Like, depression's that tough for people to talk about? Do y'all feel like this has been difficult to talk about? Like, depression, oh man, depression, y'all. We shouldn't be talking about, like, do y'all feel that way at all? I think you can talk about depression openly and caringly without it being so pessimistic. Chillin says, I don't drink alcohol as well. It's not good, and I never handle it well. Probably because I'm hypersensitive too. Also, when you drink, you start talking a lot of nonsense or exposing secrets. And no. All right. Lessons learned. Kevin, view things on the long term, benefits for your own mental health. It does not feel difficult for me right now. Depends on who you're talking to. Got you. View things on the long term, benefits for your own mental health. Like, short term pleasures aren't worth it, in a sense. Doing the thing that would help your mental health longer term is more effective than doing the thing that doesn't affect your mental health as long term. I think I understand. Yeah, Kevin also did say depends on who you're talking to. Do you feel like you can talk to people in your life about the topic of depression? I'm in deep thought right now. During this live stream, usually I'm supposed to be talking this whole time, but sometimes I feel like that. But I'm really thinking about what's been said here. It's like, if you have depression, if you feel depressed, that doesn't equal giving up. Not one time we've been talking about this. You shared. It's a dark place. It could be a dark place, feel lonely. But not one time does that mean your life isn't worth it. Not one time did we say depression is an illness that you cannot work and feel better through. Not one time did we say that. I just don't understand why people don't talk about depression, like as if it's something that we can't work through. manage. I don't get it, y'all. I'm glad y'all are here. I'm glad that we talk about it. I'm glad that this space exists. Because Kevin says, if it's with family members, they try to understand, but sometimes they don't understand it, and they tell me think positive. All right, I gotta flip the script on y'all a little bit here, a little bit. The advice that is given, like think positive. If you disagree with me, that's okay. Is that incorrect? Excuse me. Is that incorrect? Think positive. Is that incorrect? If you're feeling depressed right now, I'm coming for y'all. If you're feeling depressed right now, and I come up to you, which I probably wouldn't just say think positive, but you share what you're going through, and I say, hey, think positive. Is that wrong? Let me make sure I ain't missing. Kevin Martello. It will not be effective if you're really depressed. It would not be correct. That shows me that I'm not feeling depressed right now. Because you're all right about that. Like, I agree with that. Yo! What is good, Lord Mage? Welcome to the live stream. We're in, like, we're like, if there's a rabbit hole, we are in it. Okay? Depression, we are talking about depression. From top level all the way down. Okay? So what Kevin said is true. Like, I agree. Like, when I'm feeling depressed and somebody says to, like, think positive, yeah, it will not be effective if you're really depressed. Yeah, it wouldn't be as effective. Yeah, it wouldn't be. That's true. Like, I'm trying to think positive, you know? It's not like I'm not trying to think positive. Do you think I'm not trying to think positive? That's what I would. Do you think I'm not trying to? But yeah, so I hear what you're saying. Kevin says exactly. All right, so I understand where you're coming from. Lord Mage 30-ish says, I suffered it for roughly 13 years. I read Kevin's message and I fully agree. Suffered. The word suffered. Amen. Hey, yo, we're getting strong out here. We're getting strong. No, we're getting strong out here, for real. Very strong. Mentally. Deech Nation continues to get stronger. Our mental health is not the same as it was. You're not the same person, man. We have grown. Depression isn't this thing that is unfamiliar. What is depression? Why am I... What's my brain? What's going on? Why am I feeling hopeless and I don't have an interest in anything at all? That may be like clinical depression and feeling depressed, as we shared, are two different things, though they both can be addressed with holistic practices, mindfulness practices. If you need and would like to have further support, talking with a clinician, talking with a therapist, talking with a psychologist, getting medication treatment, that can help. But if you don't prioritize first learning, studying, and caring about your own health, it'll be a lot more difficult to know what really would work best for you. I hate the word think positive, or I had it worse than you, what you got to be depressed about. I thought I could trust my eldest brother, but he said something that made me never trust him again. I dread on therapists now. I want to see one. Every human being is different. Every single one. No therapist is the same. Keep on searching for a therapist that fits best for you. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. I hate the word think positive, or I had it worse. Oh, or I had it worse than you. Okay, hold on. I hate that it said think positive, or I had it worse than what you had to be depressed about. This isn't a comparison contest about who is feeling worse depression. Like, you want to win that? You really want to win that contest? Okay. Like, I'm feeling depressed right now. Well, I'm feeling I'm feeling more depressed than you should be feeling right now. I'm like, that okay. All right. That's how that makes me feel. Like, eek. Okay. I'm sorry you're feeling really depressed too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we've come to an understanding in this live stream, which doesn't mean we're never going to have a live stream again in the future about depression, but we have an understanding that you're not alone, especially most likely when it comes to feeling depressed. Clinical diagnosis is more obviously specific, right? Like, I've been clinically diagnosed. So, and I felt depressed. You know what I'm saying? I feel depression from time to time. But I'm way more aware of it. Way more. So, you're not alone. Like, we're not alone. I've been getting so hyped, like kind of like frustrated. This is more of a frustration than a hype. Do you remember like 10 years ago, 2014, 2008, mental health, depression, it didn't exist at all. Not that it didn't exist. Not that it didn't exist. Men still aren't really, but the thought of a man crying was dang near barbaric. Okay? And that was just 10 years ago. You cried as a man. I mean, even today, that's not seen good, for a man to cry. And I understand reasons. Men showing emotional vulnerability, trust me, that's a very slippery slope, and it can be dangerous, like Kevin has pointed out, depending on who you talk to. Even though that was about like talking to somebody about depression, but yeah, opening up about your emotions to someone else can be a slippery slope. Chillin says they try to make everything about themselves. Like, just say you could relate. You crack me up, man. When they try to downplay your pain, it's crazy, especially when I believe I had the worst existence on earth. Man, I want to play like devil's advocate, but because Chillin, I heard your point. All right. What do you mean you have it worse on earth? No, I have it worse on earth. What are you talking about? I have it. Like, seriously? Like, that's how these people be talking. How do you have it worse on earth than I do, huh? Let me hear you. Then you're going to share the examples, right? Are they really hearing you out? Or are they comparing your worse to their worse? This is not a competition. Lord Mage says, 30ish says, but I hear it so many times since it felt the opposite. Also, yeah, Emmanuel, it's true. I didn't feel depressed until I was roughly 16, 17. Excuse me. Chilling. When people tell me they're depressed, I'm not going on a rant. Chillin said, when people tell me they're depressed, I'm not going on a rant. Man. I'm smiling so much. What does a world look like when people care about others? Where people listen to others? Where people know how to respond? When a loved one feels depressed. Like, this breath feels good. It feels good. It feels good. When someone is depressed and they, like, kind of back to what Tony said, if someone opens up to you about them feeling depressed, man, don't take that for granted. Hear them out. Hear what they have to say. Be patient. Be patient. Sometimes just being there, willing to listen, can do wonders. Especially in a world where many people may not be willing to listen to how you feel or what you think. Man. All right, depression. Okay. All right, hold on. I said hold on. Like I'm about to do something. But we chilling out here. We chilling right now, y'all. Tomorrow's going to be about anxiety. Okay? Tomorrow's going to be all about is anxiety. But I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to open up about my mental health and discard from it what you want, take from it what you want, like Les Brown says. But I think it's good that I kind of give you like an update on depression, like my depression. And then tomorrow I can give you an update on anxiety. You've shared, you've opened up about your experience with depression. Okay. depression used to seem only like a fog in my mind. Things were constantly blurry, especially around 15, 13, 11. Like, I started to like notice I didn't know what depression was in middle school and high school. I didn't know that. And I just understood out that people around me were smiling and I wasn't. And people around me were laughing and I wasn't. And I was like, how come everybody around me is happy and I'm not? And I started to believe that other people deserve to be happy and I wasn't. So I can help other people be happy, but I don't deserve happiness for myself. That was my belief. This is in like high school, you know? I still didn't know what depression was. So much so that, as I've shared here on this platform, that I attempted not being here anymore in December 2016. And it was after that and that I had decided to, after abusing alcohol and hardcore drugs for a short period of time and all this journey, I then had self-admitted myself with my parents' support into a hospital. To fast forward to like age 24, 25, I really had taken it upon myself to, depression will not hold me back from living my best life. It just won't. I will not allow it to. I will not allow myself to get to that place again. I want to know why I got to that place and what caused me, whether it was myself or not. Now, you know, especially with 27, 28, that's 4 years, right? That's 4 or 5 years, taking notes, so many notebooks, writing down my thoughts, going to different therapy sessions, going through psych wards, failing at trying to feel better, right? Understanding I became my diet, understanding, bro, like failing. Then all of a sudden things start clicking. Wait a minute, I think I'm starting to know why I'm feeling depressed right now. I think I'm starting to know, oh yeah, this is me feeling depressed right now. That's way different than a fog. Now that I know, okay, yep, I'm feeling depressed right now. There are some things I should go journal. I should get some air today. I should make it a priority for me to eat fruit. I should make it a priority for myself to have some alone time. I should make it a priority for myself to take a longer shower or to take a nap, you know, to all the way to today. I can say to you with joy, all these things I've been sharing throughout these years and all those mental breakthroughs I've been sharing ain't BS. It's just corny. It might even be boring. Who really wants to work hard on their own mental health? It's a lot of work and energy, but it pays off. I wish I could remember who said it. It wasn't Kay. It wasn't Mary Zapine. I'm sorry, I forgot who said this, but at 14 years old, you became aware of your depression, and at 20 years old, you're still suffering, but now you're more aware. Is that not making strides of improvement to you? Is that not hope that your awareness of your mental health can improve and change? I see it as hope. I see it as hard work, consistency, and dedication. There was a comment that said like about dating and depression. That might be the live stream. on Friday, possibly dating and depression. Somebody said like never date a person that deals with depression. Like they said that not about me. This is about themselves. I deal with depression, and I'm just saying that you should never date a person that deals with depression. That person should focus on taking care of themselves completely. At the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. If you deal with depression, if you're feeling depressed, you have to take care of yourself, y'all. This is not BS. I ain't lying to you. You gotta take care of yourself. Even if you're in a relationship, man, you still gotta take care of yourself while you're in there. So that's why I'm like, hey, take care of your mental health, man. Take care of your mental health. All right. That's how my mental health is. That's how it was. That was a quick, concise journey of my teenage years and my 20s in a short span of time. You know, I mean, as short as possible. All right. If you, I want to make sure I do say this again. If you would like to talk to me directly right now, you can call 317-315-3705. We can talk live now. I can hear your thoughts on about, is depression real? Do you think depression is real? Do you think it's not real? Why? I'd love to hear if you don't think it's real. I actually really would like to hear why. And if you've been a part of this live stream and you're sharing your thoughts here on the comments, I don't take it for granted. And if you're just listening and you're doing your own daily task, go ahead. I just be wanting people to do them. This is your life. Yours. Laura Mage 30ish says, from too many and it feels impossible now. I do agree, one should help themselves. Talk to mental health professionals and etc. Yes. Yes. Accountability is real. People are probably going to hate me or dislike me the more that I live stream, possibly. I have no idea. The more I live stream, the more you'll know how I think and what I believe and how I feel. And you may disagree with it, and that's okay. But nah, I'm not going to stop talking about mental health. I'm just not. I'm only going to try to keep on getting better at talking about it. I can't, however, do any of these things. Emmanuel, oh, Tasha, welcome to the live stream, yo. Emmanuel, again, I caught your live. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. All right. So then, can you answer yes or no? Is depression real? Is depression real? Maybe I should have said, is depression not real? But is depression real? Laura Mage 30ish. It needs to be talked about more, especially in the Black community. Man, yeah. Excuse me. You said Black community. That really made me my mind was like, I wore the depression. Hey, Tasha Marie says it's very real. Yes. Man. Hey, Tasha, man. We in the trenches, all right, of mental health convo right now. So I appreciate you sharing that. Yesterday I wore the semicolon Depression Talks t-shirt to Meyer, it is like I feel like I'm a repellent. And it feels great. Like, because people stare at, man, y'all need to, man, we're just talking now. If you have a question, this would definitely be a great time to do it. At this point, we're definitely chilling, we're hanging out. If you would like to kind of get into the thick of it again, then replay the live stream. Like, you can go back to the beginning of this live stream where we answer the questions, the DSM, the manual, Andrew Tate. We talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But right now, nah, we gotta move on. So I was wearing the shirt yesterday, and I'm not sure how you feel when you walk in public. People look at people. That's normal. Everybody looks, but people tend to stare and glare at me. For whatever reason. Black people too. I'm not talking about, white people. I'm talking about Hispanic people. I'm talking about, Indian people. I'm talking about Middle East. It don't matter who they are. People stare at me. So yesterday was the first day since I've lived here, since back in Indianapolis, in this location where I went to that Meijer with the t-shirt on, and it was drastically different. If you're going to stare at me, I gave them a reason. If you're going to stare at me, you're going to know, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What's up? So it's now when people look at, they're like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to look. I don't want to remember that. I don't want to look at him now. I don't know. There's no way I can look at him. It's completely different. Some people came close. Man. When I wear that shirt, it's like I can feel change happening around me, instead of me using my words to create that change. Imagine if mental health was on everybody's sleeve. That's how I felt wearing that shirt, and then looking around at other people. Like, I wasn't even looking around at other people. I just actually was focused on myself. And now a glance, I'll look up and people will just, look. That's all. Constantly, I'll be doing my stuff. As soon as I look up at them like this, they go like this. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's something I've struggled with and been annoyed with for quite some time. I've expressed this always since back at Franklin College, and people said that I'm crazy. I was like, people were staring at me at Franklin College. I had locks. People were calling me some racist names sometimes, and people thought that I'm just making it up. I'm not. Tasha says, laugh out loud. Yeah. Hey, he still got the shirt. Hey, yeah. Yeah, when you wear mental health on your sleeve, people do feel like, what? You're supposed to hide that. You're not supposed to talk about your mental health. I'm like, why? Don't you sometimes feel happy? You don't talk about that? Is that not a feeling? You don't get mad sometimes? Well, sometimes I just, you don't even feel sad sometimes? Sometimes I feel depressed. Sometimes I feel down. It sounds like you're picking and choosing what I'm allowed to express to you. And I don't like people that do that. I don't say I don't like people that do that. It's just, I had a quote. It's hard to be nice to people that are not nice to you. And I don't think it's nice to pick and choose. Like Mac Miller says, good news, good news, good news. That's all they want to hear. No, they don't like. That was terrible. No, they don't like it when I'm down. But when I'm flying, oh, it makes them feel so uncomfortable, so different. What's the difference? When it ain't that bad, it can always be worse. He said, I hope I make it back. I can barely make it home from work. So tired of being so tired. Why I gotta go make something beautiful just to go set it on fire? Mac Miller, man. Mac Miller, Good News. That's the song. Chillin says, let them stare. Yo, let them stare. As long as they don't say anything rude. I would say, forget them. Let them think whatever. You dang right, man. Man, you dang right. And that's why I can wear that shirt in there and it felt good. I could smile after I left. I could smile sometimes. I was trying to hold back from a smile. I was like, man, you're right. I can't control if they stare and glare. But if y'all gonna stare and glare at me, hey, I be repping DT Nation, and I do be repping my semicolon and something. And hey, if you're feeling depressed and I'm in mire, you're not alone. If you're not feeling depressed, you don't think it's real, and you hate that I'm wearing the shirt, can you just say why? Staring and glaring doesn't tell me why, you know? Tasha Marie says, it's a beast raging inside because I've silenced myself for so long. That's why I choose to be alone. You've silenced yourself for so long. I appreciate you talking here. Sometimes, I ain't gonna get into that, man. I'm glad you're talking here. Okay. Lord Mage 30-ish. I don't mind being alone too much now. I still want someone close in real life physically, but being alone, maybe I'll handle it. I'm a shut-in, so I'm practically never alone. I'm mostly alone to mental health. Hey, it's kind of on subject, but off subject a little bit. How nice does it sound to you to be a homebody with somebody? Like, how does that sound to you? If you're a homebody, how does that sound? Having somebody being a homebody. When people, like, sometimes, I'm not sure if for yourself, if you're feeling depressed, you may not feel like going out. You may feel like staying in. And do you like to have somebody else there with you when you're feeling depressed and you're at home? Tasha says, that's a perfect combination. What? Wow. Kevin Martella says, homebody with the somebody rhymes great. Wow. Hey. Lord Mage 30-ish. Basically, I had to silence myself from speaking out what I feel because I would get punished or hit because I sound disrespectful, even though it was not that intentional. I learned to keep it to myself. Hey, physical abuse is not right. And yeah, to be 100 Lord Mage 30-ish, it's practice on both sides. That means that I think the person who's probably hitting needs to change some actions, and like you're already doing it, like, but changing how you deliver it. And then sometimes with some people, back to Kevin Martello's point, some people, no matter how you say it to them, they may not be receptive to hearing it, no matter how many different ways you say it. Tasha Marie, I mean, it's kind of selfish, but if people could have it their way, it would be great. A homebody, yeah. If you were sad, if you're feeling down, and I was like, do I really want to get that personal? I don't know. It's kind of personal. Having somebody when you're at home is nice. Okay. Lord Mage 30-ish, and yes, definitely anyone that understands I can't physically trust my family anymore. Yeah, physically, yeah. I don't believe in physical abuse. So I don't even believe in emotional abuse. I'm not sure what thing attached to the word abuse is positive. Abused. Abuse. Nope. Yeah, I don't think I like abuse. All forms of it. Also, self-abuse. I don't like that. Self-neglect. I don't like that either. Self-care, I like it, but it's a lot of work. And it takes effort to know what that is for yourself. You know? Self-esteem, boy. There's self-esteem, there's self-care, like those self-care, self-esteem, those things are like constantly the path that was right next to each other, you know, that man. I'm sorry that you're going through that. Yeah. Lord Mage. Yeah. Chillin says, I agree, all abuse is bad. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Where did my pencil go? What in the world? I was like, I was about to write something. Hey. Okay. Okay, so yesterday there was something that came up and about mental health, and then Chillin agreed today that everyone's mental health is different. Even if we're all, if you're all on this side of the screen, we're all chilling here in Indy, and we're all feeling depressed, we'd all experience it differently and express it differently. So just to prove how right that is, I got you, Tasha. I will answer you. I got you. Just to prove how right that is, if I say the words red apple, the image, if you thought of an image, if your brain is the type of brain that thinks of images when you hear words, you are envisioning an image of a red apple. That image of a red apple most likely may not look the same as somebody else's image of a red apple. If you're the type of person that has the type of brain that sees words when you hear other words, I say red apple, and maybe no image comes to your mind first. Maybe the first thought is you see words, red apple. Like every single brain, that's just red apple, y'all. Maybe your apple has a leaf on it. Maybe your apple doesn't. Maybe your apple has a bite in it already. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe your apple is capital RED and a capital APPLES. Well, apples, but yes. No one's brain. There's even in high school they broke. I feel like sometimes I gotta break it down into such granular levels, because if I don't say it, then who will? Just like in high school, they ask us, "Are you a kinetic learner? Are you a kinetic learner? Like a physical? Like, do you like to physically touch things to learn? Do you like to visually watch things to learn? Do you like to orally listen to things to learn?" This is why talking about mental health is important. This is why caring about others and strangers is important. The more we can understand others, the more we can understand ourselves. Where's the harm in that? Where's the harm in mental health of more people understanding themselves and others, and everyone having understanding that no one's brain is the same? We're all unique. We are. So Tasha Marie, off topic, but how's your knee? Hope you're hearing well. Man, Tasha Marie, I mess with you. Like right on. Hey, my knee is feeling a whole lot better. I don't want to say I'm not in any knee pain, but I will say the discomfort is very minimum. Right now I'm just trying to improve my ability to squat, my ability to like really squat in a low position, hold it, jump up and just be able to do that multiple times. I'm a dancer. You know what I mean? I'm a mental health advocate. All right, but I also dance, as you know. So I've been training a lot, and I want to get better before I really like dance more. And I'm not going to injure myself. I don't care if it takes me a year. I don't care if it takes me 6 months, 5 years. I'm going to make sure that I'm healthily doing it every time. And I can say, Tasha, I'm definitely doing that. I'm doing it a lot healthier every time. And I know how to heal myself. And that feels even better. I don't have to go to the doctor. All right. SV. Hello. Welcome to the live stream and welcome. I'm glad you're part of DT Nation. Tasha Marie says, I'm a physical learner. So you like hands-on learning. Chillin says, my apple was red with a little yellow and green on it. See, it could have been. See. So realistic, red apple, someone else's red apple might be all red. Or with a wormhole. I didn't even think about the wormhole. Yeah. Does your apple have seeds in it? Like, you make me, yeah, chilling. You get it, man. Y'all get it. And that's why, again, it's important to share what you believe, think, and feel. Every word that comes out of my mouth is what I think, feel, and believe. Eventually, I believe I see myself saying I believe or in my opinion, and I think this because it's coming out of my mouth. So therefore, it is what I think, feel, and believe. What you say. So when you say when you don't bottle things in and you express yourself, people who think similar to you will express that, and then people who don't may express that as well. But if you say nothing, then it's like it's really hard for people to know who you are. It's really hard for people to see where you're coming from because they're just looking at you, but they're not knowing you internally, you know? I was about to ask about dancing. I'm a dancer as well. Hey, Tasha. Tasha says, very good point because my red apple is red with no leaf and shiny. Okay, I hear a beat. Hold on. Yeah. I never heard this beat before. Hey. But I feel like it's gonna be a really good day. Hey. Very good point. Because my red apple was red. No shiny leaf. My fault. No leaf and it was shiny. DT Nation. Having conversation. I'm glad y'all can relate and no debate and just conversating. Hey. We out here. We out here. Mm. 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 Mental health. Said mental health. Yeah. Mental health. Depression, it's real. It's not fake. Real as that lake right there. Or right there. I'm done singing now. I'm done. All right. This is how I be feeling when I talk to y'all. I be like, I learned so much from y'all. Y'all teach me a lot. I hope that this is obviously, I hope that this is for everyone to learn from, not just me. Not just me. But I feel less alone. Do you? And that's a good feeling. Yeah. Kevin did say, or I believe it was Kevin. I've been Tasha actually. Or don't mind me. That talking to people in person like is important as well. It is. Do you have any events coming up? Anything you're looking forward to this week, that like activities that you're looking forward to? Like I have a couple, and having events to look forward to can be uplifting. So, are you looking into anything for yourself this week? Okay, Tasha. Hey. Tasha Marie says, I hope all of DT Nation is doing well and have a great day. And if not, make it a great day. Okay, all right. I gotta keep it profesh. Well, I'm not quite sure, because I'm not gonna go just yet. Just so you know, I already know I'm not. I'm not quite sure what to say. um, I don't want to beat on a dead horse. So I kind of second Tasha's perspective. I really just hope that you all have a good day. You know, you can still call if you like. But I guess, yeah, I mean, are there any questions that you have? Because the biggest one I have now is, yeah, are you looking forward to doing anything for yourself this week, today? Are there some things that you're going to try to motivate yourself to do this week that you're looking forward to doing? What are some things you're looking forward to this week for yourself? Chillin says, God bless DT Nation. God bless. Man, hearts right here, yo. God bless. Amen. Thank you, Tasha. Laura May 30ish. Laura May 30ish. Seeing your cute face is more than enough, to be honest. Hey, my face ain't that cute, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I got. We all beautiful in our own way. Now, do I think I'm attractive? Yes, I do. Is it wrong to say that? Nah. We saw within the past, year or two, a lot of people said that. So I don't think it's wrong for a man to say that about themselves. So thank you, Laura Mage 30ish. I do care about how I look. I think, yeah, man. It's like, it's not, yeah. I guess there are some things that come to my mind. Like in this moment, my mind's thinking about something that brought me down. Like my mood, like it brought it down when I thought about my look, like how I look. SV, what is up? Welcome to the live stream, yo. SV says, nothing is as important as opening up, but it always feels like people don't get it. So that's why it's also important to take a step back and say it's okay. It gets better. All the way from South Africa, yo. South Africa, you out there? This is me like trying to see you. I can't like see you, but I'm reaching South Africa. Okay. Yeah, so nothing is as important as opening up, but it always feels like people don't get it. So that's why it's also important to take a step back and say it's okay. It gets better. All the way from South Africa. That's 100. It's true you can't open up to everybody. I hate making extreme thoughts like that. Like to me that's such an extreme thing for myself to say. You can't open up to everybody, like, because in deep down I wish people could open up to anybody. But yesterday was so eye-opening, especially like my experiences and yesterday. Some people you really can't open up to. You probably shouldn't open up to. And that's not like a bad thing to say. It's true, I think. But I gotta believe that, I think. Tasha Marie, Emmanuel, have you thought about a meet and greet? I know we talked about it in the past, but I don't know if it happened. Oh, man. See, y'all know I'm trying to get us to meet together. So, yes, I did do a meet and greet. I did the Depression Talks meetup group. I did that for like a year and a half. First, I started in Florida, Tampa, Florida. And I tried to start it, especially last year here in Indianapolis. No one came. So that was on the Meetup app. I haven't done like a meet and greet like, hey, DT Nation, I'm going to be downtown Indianapolis at 12 p.m. Eastern on July 15th. Meet me there. I don't think anybody would show up. I don't know how to like communicate that to every one of DT Nation effectively so that way many people can know. So I think right now my goal is, because Tasha, this is yesterday I talked about you were there in yesterday's live stream as well. Yeah, I talked about it. And sorry, hold on. I'm going to answer this. I see your other comments, but I had to answer this question. So it's on me. I had to make this meetup happen. I tried to do it with the meetup group and it didn't work out that way. So how it happens now is by showing up for Depression Talks, showing up for DT Nation, and advocating for mental health. And over time, hopefully with support, with hard work, people will want this meetup to happen as bad as I do. And more people will want it to happen to where it'll happen. But it just comes down to me. So that's my approach. I had to be successful financially, and I had to be successful communicatively with love in order for me to see y'all, and vice versa. Because I can't rely on somebody else for this to happen. That's how I feel. I mustn't rely on somebody else for this to happen. All right. I will send you a message. Bet, hey, you already know I'm going to read it. You already know. When I can, you already know I will read it. Yeah. Chillin says, dang, if people say they will show up and don't, it's messed up, but I can't do it and will not lie. Hey, yeah, that's 100. I'm not expecting people to show up. It's more of a hope. It's like, oh, and if nobody shows up, I still journal during that time. I'm gonna be, just being 100. If no one shows up, I'm still going to learn. I'm still going to be healthy. I'm still spending time in nature. They just didn't show up. That's pretty much the story of my life in person. Hey, I believe I'm a very helpful person. I've been successful in corporate before, and I've helped people with my words, and I've helped myself with my words, and I've helped myself with my physical health when doctors couldn't do it. Like my knee example. So it's like, if people look at me and they just don't want to listen to me because they don't like me, yo, I can't do anything about that. I can work on my voice. I can work on, you know what I mean? You don't want my help because you just don't like me. And I can help you. What am I supposed to do? Not help people because you don't want it? I had to fight through that. I want to meet up in person so bad, but in order for that to happen, usually people aren't talking about mental health. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about depression. They're not talking about anxiety. It's not popular. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, man. People deal with mental health. The amount of complaining, the amount of pain that I see on social media and the news, I am astounded at how many people think that depression is only like a certain small group of people experience it. Maybe I should just change to sadness talks or something, and maybe people be like, oh, I do feel sad. You know? Man. This is passion right here coming out. This is passion. Raw passion. Tasha Marie, you've helped me a lot. That's why I want to meet you and give you your flowers. Oh man, dude. See, that was not my thought. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yo, right on. That threw me off. I ain't gonna lie, that threw me off. Thank you. As long as y'all, yeah, I just want y'all to be able to take care of yourselves. That's it. If you can take care of yourself, man, if you can fill your own cup, it will naturally pour into others. But I don't want your cup to be depleted, unreplenishable. I don't want that. What if I'm gone? Like, what if I'm not here? I want people to win. Okay? Win those mental battles. Smile for yourself. I'm not BSing you, man. All right. One makes 30-ish. I was thinking, what made you say that to me? He never been to one either and was literally pissed, but now I'm wondering if he's right. I missed the context. I apologize. If the doctors could help you, they probably wouldn't help me either, since my oldest brother said no therapy could help me. What do you believe is best for yourself? Will therapy help you? Because you'd be the one attending it. So it's important to ask yourself, do I think therapy would help me? That's the most important question. Yeah, it may help me. Why not give it a shot? Try it out. You know? Because this is yours. Your life is yours. Tasha Marie says, I believe we have an amazing conversation on various different topics. You will always be here. Stop playing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I can't say nothing to that. Nope. Bro, y'all don't know, man. It's a fight. It's a fight to stay. It's a fight to stay. But we here. We are here. All right. Okay, y'all. This is the most consecutive, longest live streams I've done, and it is different. It's quite different, I must admit. For me, and I'm guessing it's probably different for you. I do hope that these live streams, you've been enjoying them. You're taking some things away from yourself, discarding what you don't want, and because I'm going to be live streaming again tomorrow. Like this week, I'm live streaming every day, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. And next week, I know I will not be able, like moving forward after this week, I know I will not be able to do that again. I'll only be able to live stream once a week, at least. So hopefully in the future, again, like with my hard work, my determination, I can continue to live stream this often. I can continue to make more videos. I had to take care of my health and my finances. If I don't do that, then I won't be healthy. I'll get depressed. I'll start to like lose a lot of weight. And I won't sleep, and that's not good for me. And it's not good for Depression Talks either. That's the honest truth. All right? True. I get to share my truth, and it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. It feels good to be honest, y'all. It does. I do want to talk to the professional to know what's wrong with me, but my mom had to ruin the whole experience for me. Yeah. Family can impact you, no doubt. Chilling, yeah. I was an adult when I got my therapy. I did all of it alone, like by myself. But I called my parents when I was in psych ward, like, and they were there for me. I'm not saying my parents weren't there for me. Okay, I love my family. I love my family. So I am sorry to hear that. I know that family is impactful on your mental health. No doubt. So that's why I'm really feeling for you there. I can't relate to that experience, but I feel for you. Okay? Chillin says 2 hours. I think it's the longest, isn't it? Time flies, man. Time flies when you're having a good time. I'm not complaining, by the way. I love it. Oh, chilling. It's all new for me, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate your feedback. Lord May says, I understand and appreciate your hard work. Y'all are working hard. Hey, y'all have lives. Y'all are working hard too. You're doing something. I don't take for granted you taking time out of your day to join like this live, to be here. I don't take you for granted. I don't care if some people may think that I'm overly. Small example, okay? One time I had a soccer game. My parents had showed up. My parents to my family again, right? Back in college. I told them after the game, I appreciate you so much for coming to this game. Oh, of course. Like, what? Yeah, why wouldn't we come? Listen, I appreciate you coming to this game. Some people, you don't have to, but you chose to. You did. You showed up. I appreciate that. I don't expect it. I don't. I appreciate it. So I'm grateful for it. So yeah, I appreciate you taking the time. this to me is it's, man, y'all, we gotta talk about mental health. Hey, if we gotta talk about mental health, man. We gotta talk about mental health. All right. I will say, it is time. It is time. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for teaching me a lot today. I'm glad we're all able to do this together again. Tomorrow, it's going to be about anxiety. All right. So today was depression. Tomorrow it's going to be all about anxiety. So, different scenario with anxiety. All right. But probably has some overlap with depression. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. If you do want to like communicate with me more directly and also see like more personal art from myself, you can follow me at Depression Talks 1. That I tend to post stories there. I haven't shared a quote there recently because honestly, I'm learning a lot from these live streams and I'm enjoying it. And the quotes, I don't know. Right now, there's not a quote that I really wanted to share public. I've written a lot down. I just don't, there's not one on my heart to share publicly. But it is a grind to take care of your mind. That's definitely a quote. Okay. And having somebody, being a homebody, having somebody, that is nice. All right. So follow me there if that's something that interests you. And if you want to join the private DT Nation Facebook group, that link is also in the description. I still don't know how to better support that group. Right now, it's almost 500 strong in that group, and I don't know necessarily how to better support there, but people do share. I am hoping that people will continue to share their breakthroughs or share their challenges that they're going through. That's on the private DT Nation Facebook group. And then lastly, Kevin, I did see Kevin joined. I will respond. The DT Nation does have a Discord server, but it's usually mainly just for international callers. But if you'd like to join that Discord server, you can. I'll probably figure out a way to better utilize that with Depression Talks outside of mainly international calling, but I haven't found that out yet as well. That is everything from me. Of course, you know where to reach out to me. Depression Talks 1 on Instagram if you have any questions. Thank you so much, y'all. It is time for me to end this live stream. As I always say. Do you? Stay swagalicious and keep smiling. Peace. We out here, y'all. I'm rooting for you. I'm hype. I gotta cut this live stream off. If I don't, y'all gonna see how hype I get after these live streams. Peace.